Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your February the 9th just for today in a meditation. I hope you're having a beautiful morning, or at least you will once you wake up. This meditation will be waiting for you. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Okay, here's the meditation title, Self-Acceptance. When we accept ourselves, we can accept others into our lives unconditionally, probably for the first time. That is taken from IP number 19, Self-Acceptance, one of my favorite IPs. Okay, this is what the meditation reads. From our earliest memories, many of us felt like we never belonged. No matter how big the gathering, we always felt apart from the crowd. We had a hard time fitting in. Deep down, we believed that if we really let others get to know us, they would reject us. Perhaps our addiction began to germinate in this climate of self-centeredness. Many of us hid the pain of our alienation with an attitude of defiance. In effect, we told the world, "You don't need me? Well, I don't need any of you either. I've got my drugs and I can take care of myself." The further our addiction progressed, the higher the walls we built around us. Those walls begin to fall when we start finding acceptance from other recovering addicts. With this acceptance from others, we begin to learn the important principle of self-acceptance. And when we start to accept ourselves, we can allow others to take part in our lives without fear of rejection. Just for today, I am accepted in NA. I fit in. Today, it's safe to start letting others into my life. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Self-acceptance, where are you at with that? Self-acceptance is, I'm trying to think of the best word to describe it. Self-acceptance is one of the best gifts a human being can give to themselves. It's one of the top gifts you can give to yourself. You ever give a gift to someone and they're not sure why you're giving it to them? They're stunned by your generosity. And they go on to ask you questions like, why? Why are you giving this to me? They're in disbelief that you would consider them of value enough to create the time and space to not only get and buy, pay with your own money, a gift, but to box it up, wrap it up, put a bow on it, then deliver it, surprise them maybe. And they're stunned by your generosity. They don't feel that the level or intensity of your relationship would warrant that. They're in disbelief. And sometimes when that happens to me, there's a little piece of me that is disturbed by it, but there's a larger piece of me that says, yeah, girl, you did the right thing. You followed your gut and you went and got that gift. You gave it to them. You did the right thing because they don't see the value in themselves. And this should be validating. And maybe sometimes the receiver of the gift goes into questioning your motive in a negative sense. And that can be disturbing, right? It's like, man, you don't even know how to receive a gift, do you? Just receive it. There's nothing, no strings attached. I just wanted to bless you, right? Imagine yourself being that individual that doesn't feel worthy of receiving loving kindness from others. Imagine yourself being that individual. I'm sure, I'm sure, besides the ugly Christmas sweater or tie or socks, I'm sure you have received gifts that you didn't think you deserved or you question the motive or why a person would take that kind of time to give something to you. At some point in time, I think we all have been there. Even in our self centeredness, right? Even in our self concern, we still tend to devalue ourselves in our own mind. And we try to sometimes unintentionally project that to others. Self acceptance is that gift. Self acceptance is that gift that everyone needs, right? Everyone needs a toenail clipper. Self acceptance is that one thing. Everyone needs a toothbrush or a water pick for your teeth. Everyone needs tools to maintain their hygiene. We don't even consider not having it, right? Self acceptance is that thing that everyone needs, but everyone doesn't receive it. Everyone has an opportunity to have it, but not everyone will receive it because it's the thing that comes from the least expected source. It comes from within, it comes from you. It's a gift from you to you. That's what self acceptance is. Key word here, self accept, right? Self acceptance. The key word is that this is a gift that comes from within that you give to yourself. When you get to the point that you can start practicing acceptance, I'm not talking about self acceptance, I'm talking about just acceptance. When you get to the point you start to witness other people within the fellowship or in your circle begin to accept you, regardless to who you think you are or are not. They begin to accept you, and you're like, And now I know I threw a little bit of shade in my share the other day towards that person. And here they are standing in front of me, giving me a hug and greeting me like it's a new day and they'd never heard my nasty little sideways comment I made about them. They're still accepting me. What is that about? Meeting after meeting, event after event, year after year, you find that there's no hard rules in Narcotics Anonymous, right? To be cordial and treat each other with respect, but on your bad days, no one's going to kick you out. They've accepted you as you are. And when you experience that, you begin to think, I can let this hard exterior down a little bit. I can be free to make mistakes and know I'm not going to have to go sit in the corner here. And you begin to accept yourself as well. That's why when we say We will love you until you learn to love yourself. That little cliche right there has more power in it than people realize, because that's what's going on here in this Just for Today in a meditation. Other people are loving us, giving us the gift of acceptance. And through what they're doing, we are learning to do that very same thing, often for others first, and then for ourselves. We're mimicking this application of acceptance. And then we begin to realize I can do that for that person and I don't know them. I can do that for me, for myself. And as you begin to have acceptance of self acceptance, your recovery becomes sweeter because the pressure of rejection, the fear of rejection is removed. Maybe not completely, it's lessened little by little by little. And then you figure out, oh, I am never alone. This is my family. This is my tribe. Right? I hope that helped you today. It's a lot more, I would say this is a lot more involved. It's not superficial at all, even though that's where it starts. At the very surface, where a person comes into the rooms and we embrace them and accept them. And as you practice, remember that law of reciprocity I was talking about the other day? As you practice it, it becomes a flow of give and take, and you eventually have it for yourself. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you. I hope that you have a beautiful day on purpose. I plan to. And so I need for you to plan to, right? Plan to have a beautiful day on purpose. Talk to you soon.